I recently cut off every toxic people in my life. The amount of toxic people that I had to deal with, you could give me an award, and I feel really, really good. As you grow and you learn things in therapy, how to love yourself, and basically you gotta have a standards in your life. And I was so shocked how many toxic people in my life that I tolerate for years and years. And I was so shocked how bad their behaviors towards me. I didn't think it was abusive or it was toxic or there was something wrong with it. But ever since I went to therapy, I was like, wait a minute. This is how you've been treating me the whole time? Hi everyone, if you're new here, I'm Liv, and today I'm gonna talk about everybody's favorite topic. My favorite topic, your favorite topic, is signs of toxic people and how you could deal with them. Because I'm pretty sure you met a lot of toxic people in your life, as I do. And you're wondering, like, are you the toxic one? Are your friends toxic or family's toxic? What you should be doing with it? Like, which one is toxic? Because sometimes you're also toxic. So let's talk about the first sign of toxic people that you need to be careful of. Everything is about them. It's always about them. If you ask yourself, why am I so quiet when I'm hanging out with a certain people, but that's not your personality? You're actually very friendly, very bubbly, very expressive, but when you're hanging out with these people, you're just like, don't talk. It's not that because there's something wrong with you. I want to tell you, I want to be clear. It's because if you realize that your friend are the one who talk about themselves the whole time you guys hanging out, it's because everything is always about them. They want to be the center of attention, so they don't give you space to speak, to share your stories, to catch up about how you're doing. They don't really care about you. They just want to be the center of attention. They just want to be like, it's like you're pointing out to them, me, 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 me. It's all about me. It's not about A, U, B, C, I don't know. They don't care. I get it that we learn about main character energy, and it's so good to have this main character energy in our life, but it doesn't justify their behavior towards you. That everything has to be about them, that everything has to go based on what they want. Everything is all about their life, what they like, what they want in life, and you're just the side character. You're just the side chick. No, you are the main character of your life. But it doesn't justify people to act selfish to the extent that they don't care their impact on your feelings and how their behaviors impact you and your life. Especially when someone are just so selfish. They're just so selfish that they only care about their own benefits and they don't really care about how you're feeling. They don't care about if you're upset, you're poor, you're angry, and you're really mad at them. They don't care as long as they get benefits from you. That's just a very much a toxic people. And I remember I had a best friend that I cut off completely from my life. We don't even talk anymore because I felt betrayed by her. Because back in uni, we were very close. We were best friends. We always hang out together. There was one time when she was struggling with her assignment. She asked me if she could see my assignment that I did a year ago, which already passed. Obviously, because she is my best friend, and I felt like I don't want to see my best friend struggling. I want to help you. I want to help her. So I gave her my assignment as an example. I trusted her so much that she wouldn't do anything bad about it, right? The thing is, my good intentions was not being used in a good way. She used it for her own benefits. She copied my assignment, she took a photo, she edited in a Photoshop, and that's her design. I was studying architecture with her. I was so angry because I was so disappointed. Like, I trusted you. This is my assignment. I gave you my assignment for an example for you not to suffer anymore because I was trying to help. But she betrayed me. She copied my assignment. If you're studying architecture, you know how hard it was. I worked really hard for that assignment. I did not even sleep for days. My hard work was being stolen by my own best friend. And she did not even say sorry until this day. If you're friends and you trust your friend, you should use that trust for the goodness. You shouldn't betray your friends' trust by doing something that was bad. This is another toxic trait, is they care so much about what other people think about who they are instead how they treat you. I found a lot of people, they will get angry at you for telling people their behavior towards you instead of understanding and trying to think how their behaviors impacted you in a lot of ways. It means that we're damaging their reputation. And that's the thing that toxic people don't want to do. Even if they never meet the people that we talk to, we were just renting, we were just sometimes asking for advice, but they see it as we're damaging their reputation. I remember I was having a very hard time with my ex-boyfriend, so I told my friends I was asking for that advice. He knew that I was telling my friends about things that he did. The first response that he gave me was, "Oh my god, why would your friends gonna think now about me? They're gonna think that I'm a bad person." He cares so much about his persona, his image to my friends, that I was ruining his reputation to my friends. Now everybody's gonna think that he's a bad person because he was. We want to just ask for advice to our friends, just want to rant because we're just feeling depressed and we want to share about it, and they think we're damaging their reputation. That's another toxic trait of these people. Then again, the conversations always goes back to why you're doing this, why you're telling your friends about it, you're damaging my reputation, you're talking bad to your friends about me. And they don't understand that we always have a reason why we seek advice from other people, because we're having a hard time. And then they flipped the situation like we are the villain and they are always the victim. I found it a lot on people that I cut off, that they always play victims and have constant dramas in their life. If you met someone and you have a problem with this person, you know, you're very aware of what they did to you, and then all of a sudden they twisted it that you are the villain and they are the victim. It's very easy for these people, these toxic people, to put other people as the villain and them as the victim instead of reflecting on what their behavior was impacting other people. Instead of looking at the mirror, see their reflections, what they did wrong, they don't want to do that. They don't want to reflect on their behaviors because they don't have the capabilities to do that. So it's easier for them to just pointing at someone and say, you are the villain, you are the bad person, I am the victim, even though everybody knows what they did to you. They are very much ashamed of what they do to you, whatever bad things that they do to you. When I was breaking up with my ex, it was because 1, he was trying to break things in my place. 2, he was driving and almost killed us off. I was feeling like he was abusing me. And all over again, every single thing that he did, it was nothing. It was always come back to me. I am the bad person. I am the wrong person in the relationship. Even though he was trying to break things in my house, even though he was speeding, he was putting me in danger. That was the reason why I broke up with him. But then he was telling everybody I was too vanilla, I was too boring in the relationship. This person doesn't want to see what is inside them, because it was so hard to do that. It was so hard to see your blind spot. So don't be upset. Don't be sad that if everyone keeps pointing at their fingers to you and say that you are the bad person, you are the villain, because no, everybody knows that. You're just wasting your time trying to prove that you are not a bad person. I also cut off this one particular friend because I've realized she always the victims in any of her stories. So I kept my distance to her. Personally, it was because she kept telling people about my personal life without my consent. And I talked to her 5 times. She never listened and she kept doing it. And I felt very disappointed. So I was like, okay, if you don't respect me as a friend and you kept doing the same thing that I don't appreciate, maybe we shouldn't be friends anymore. And I was trying to cut her off, and she talked to other people like, oh my god, Olivia's been doing this to me, like Olivia doesn't want to be friends with me anymore. Do you know why? I don't know what happened. I don't know what I did wrong. So people always put them as a victim because it's easier for them to just playing the victim instead of changing their behavior. They want people to tolerate their behaviors, but no, we gotta cut them off because they're just so toxic. They always play victims. Another trait of a very toxic people is they're very dismissive about your feelings and your story. If you're telling them about what you're feeling about them, they're going to be very, very dismissive. They'll be like, oh no, I think you're just being dramatic. These people are just so toxic to the core because their first response when they hear your story is dismissing, as if it never happened, as if you are lying. You gotta watch out of these people. You cannot win an argument with these people because then again, they don't have the capabilities to have this. This is snack breaks. Found out that my boyfriend left me pots in my fridge and it's so good. Oh my god. You gotta get this. I'm back after snack break. The next toxic trait is when your friends have a different opinions to you, but they make fun of you and make you feel like your opinion is wrong. Because this has happened to me recently. I want to say to you that you are not wrong to have this opinion. Your beliefs, your values are not wrong at all, because these people always make us believe that we are wrong. They make fun of what we believe or what we values, and it's just very toxic. It's very judgmental. You gotta be aware of these people. They need to accept your opinions and respect them instead of making fun of them. These toxic people, they don't want to respect your opinions because they're very, very insecure about their life choices, their values, and their opinions. They need to attack you to feel good about themselves. If you see it deeply, it's actually their coping mechanism because they're very insecure and they want to get validation. They actually have very low self-esteem, but they don't want to admit it. Obviously, no girls want to admit that they are very insecure. So do not ever think that your choices are wrong. If it works with you, it's good for you. You have rights to have your own opinion. You have rights to believe on what you want to believe. You have rights to do everything for your future based on what you think is good for you. And do not let other people define who you are and what you should believe. And I just hate so much that lazy people are trying to use this masculine and feminine energy theory to back up their life choices. I'm gonna tell you, okay? So many lazy people, they're very privileged. And they're using this term masculine and feminine energy or any other terms or any other viral things to back up their laziness. Because they're just so privileged and it's easier for them to use an excuse to back up their opinion or their life choices than actually doing something about their life, than actually working their ass off, than actually put themselves out there, personally growing. They don't want to do that. They don't want to do the job. They just want to make an excuses for them to support themselves, support their belief, to make their self-esteem high, to back up their insecurities, to get validations. It's like, I don't want to work because I'm a feminine woman. Excuse me? This is also another sign of toxic people when they're very lazy and they have no ambitions. And they feel like they need to spread this laziness towards everyone so then everyone can get influence. They're actually a trap. If you are hanging out with people that are like very lazy, they don't have motivation, they don't have ambitions, they don't really care about it, they just wanting to wait someone to save them from this miserable life. They're actually very privileged and they're trying to be like, oh, you don't have to work, you just need to do this according to what they believe, according what works with them. But this is actually a trap because they're trying to put you also not doing anything and just stagnant, okay, becoming lazy as well. So then you all need to be aware of who you hang out with. You need to be aware of, you can be friends with them, but you need to be aware that you won't take things personally from them. Because with lazy people, you spend so much time, so much energy trying to drag them up to be on the same level as you. But the reality is they don't want to be saved. They don't want to be up here with you. They still want to be lazy down there. They need somebody else to save them, and it's not you. I was trying to save a lot of people in my life that actually they did not want to be saved. So I feel like I wasted my time and my energy trying to lifting people up, trying to be like, come on, like you gotta do something about your life. You gotta put yourself out there. You gotta end this toxic relationship because it's toxic for you. It's make you depressed. It's consuming you. It's abusing you. But they don't even care. They don't even care about your advice. They don't care about growing. They don't care about personally lifting themselves up because they love to be there. They love to be down there. They love to be lazy. They love to just not do anything. It's like you're trying to save your friend from toxic relationship. She came to you, she's crying, and she's like, oh my god, I hate my life so much. And you gave them a lot of advice, like you shouldn't do it, you shouldn't go back to him, you should cut him off. But they never listen. Instead, they make a lot of excuses why he's actually really nice, he has a lot of green flags. And it makes you wonder, like, why did you even waste your time to even talk to these people? I found a lot of people in my life that was like, I was trying to save them from toxic relationship, but the only person that can save them is themselves. So if they don't want to be saved, if they keep making excuses why they want to stay, let them stay. Let them learn the hard way. In the end, do not let other people's opinion control what you want to do in your life. This is very important because so many toxic people, they're very controlling. You gotta do something that 1 is right for you, 2 could benefit you in the long term, and 3 things that make you happy. Even if your life choices are very different from everybody else, but if it's making you happy, just do it. Don't care about what other people say. Don't care about your parents, your family, your friends, because they don't live your life. You're the only person who live your life. I feel like I don't take criticism from people that I don't take advice from. It was literally the best thing I've ever heard. Because so many times we take things personally when someone criticizes us. It makes us feel like shit. But if I ask you, if you're listening to this person, do you believe their advice? If you don't believe your advice, do not listen to their criticism. Okay? I remember my mom said to me, oh, why did you do your makeup like that? It doesn't look good on you. It looks like you're just like having a fake lip filler. And I was asking myself, do I want to take makeup advice from my mom? No. Is she an expert? No. So I don't listen to her. Do not take criticism from the wrong person. Take criticism from someone that you already trust. It's like a mentor or someone that you trust that their opinions are valid, or someone that already show a result in their life. This is the last sign that you're dealing with toxic people, is you do not like who you are when you hang out with them. When you feel bad and emotionally drained after hanging out with a certain people or after meeting people, I used to think that it was because I'm introvert, so I got really tired after like social situations, but it was actually not it. It's actually a sign for you to thank your friendship, because your body is trying to communicate to you what is good and what is bad. If you ever feel like you are very much emotionally drained after hanging out with a friend, which I had an experience with and I cut off these people, it was because like I compare with when I was hanging out with my other friends that were like very much lift me up, very supportive, very kind, and I felt really happy and I did not feel very drained or tired. But when I was hanging out with the toxic people, I felt like shit. What you're feeling towards the other person, and your body is telling you something that it could be that the connection was not really good, you don't align with this person, or maybe she did something that you make you feel very bad or drained, but your body is actually trying to give you a sign. Your boyfriend could put you in a lot of stress every single day that you don't even have time to take care of yourself because you're just so busy crying, or you're so busy trying to please him, and you don't have time to take care of yourself, and your hair just like crazy, and you have a lot of pimples and breakouts because of how much stress that you feel. And you are probably in a constant fight and flight mode. Imagine it was very stressful. So it's like your body is telling you that this person is not good for you. When I ended the thing with my situationship, oh my god, my breakup stopped. My skin never been so glowing. I felt very prettier. I felt more confidence. I feel like I had time to take care of myself. So believe what your body is trying to tell you. and believe that their actions are telling you who they really are. They show you who they really are through their actions. A lot of time, we always make excuses about their bad behaviors because we don't want to lose the connections. We still want to have them in our life. Even make excuses for their bad behaviors towards us. Maybe they have a lot of traumas in the past. Maybe it was because their childhood trauma. But it doesn't justify their actions towards you. It's true. You are the only person that can protect you from these bad people that will drain your life, that make you feel bad. So if you don't respect yourself, and if you don't stand up for yourself, you are betraying yourself. You allow people to keep doing this to you. If you don't stand up for yourself, they will keep doing it for the rest of your life. When dealing with toxic people, you need to set up a boundaries. This is my limit. You can't cross these boundaries anymore. If you cross it, then you give them consequences of their actions. Like, I'm gonna cut you from my life. You won't have access on me. That is the consequences of breaching your limit. Toxic people, they always make excuses for all their bad behaviors towards you because they don't want to look into themselves. They avoid to look into themselves. So you are the only person who should be giving a boundaries that this is enough. Enough is enough. I can't take it anymore because you don't even deserve this. You don't even deserve this behavior. You deserve to be treated with kindness. You deserve a good friend. They don't care about how struggling you are. They don't care about how you're feeling. And you deserve with people who care about you, who think about how you're feeling and think about what their actions impact you, and they won't do anything bad to you. You and I deserve to meet people that are very much treat us the same way as the way we treat others. Because you are a good person and I'm a good person, and we deserve to be treated with kindness and respect. A good person, they will appreciate you. So I hope that you and me could cut off a lot of toxic people in our life and just be happy. And I hope that you could meet a lot of people that are your tribe. And I hope that you could meet a lot of people that are the reflection of how kind you are, because who we are is what we attract. We deserve to be treated the way that we treat others. And I hope that you can find a lot of beautiful people that will support you, that always love you and appreciate you, because you deserve to be treated with love. Thank you so much for listening to the end of this video. I was thinking about making like a community group or something like that so we can just share and support each other. Let me know on the comments what you're thinking, so maybe we can feel connected and be friends and just support each other. Thank you so much, beautiful angels. I'll see you in the next video.